was alive, he never had to use microphones. And still he could talk to thousands of people. But first of all, for the subject for this evening's talk, any suggestions? Jhanas.
Well, you're on for meditation.
Meditation. Oh, really? Okay.
Meditation.
Very nice to know that. Could I have my glass of water?
Yeah.
And we'll start with a few similes of meditation and the jhanas. Very good. So be careful. Here we go. Simile number one. I gave this simile recently, about a year ago, I was invited to a conference to give a keynote address at the World Computer Conference in Brisbane. I know nothing about computers, so I was interested to go to a conference and speak on nothing I knew. Something new. But at that conference, I gave the following simile, and this was actually printed in the Australian newspaper, and it's now on the website of the Australian Stock Exchange. It's true. On how to deal with stress. And the simile is, this is actually quite serious, and it's actually very important for you. How heavy is this cup of water? Please don't tell me how many ounces it is, because the answer is, the longer you hold it, the heavier it feels. If I keep holding this for maybe another minute, my arm will begin to ache. After 5 minutes, I'll be in pain. After 15 minutes, if I keep holding them like this, I'll be in agony and a very stupid monk. What should I do when it starts getting too heavy to bear? You put it down. You don't need to throw it away. You put it down for maybe 1 minute. You rest. And when you pick it up again afterwards, it's actually exactly the same amount of water in the glass, but it actually feels lighter. If you don't believe me, you can try this at home. Now the point of this simile is, all stress in life has nothing to do with how much water is in your glass, how much work is on your desk, how many responsibilities and duties you have in your life. That is not the cause of stress. The cause of stress is holding your glass for too long, and when it gets heavy, not knowing how to put it down and rest. How to put it down and to rest is a job of meditation. You must also know it's important to rest, because 5 minutes of meditation, even 5 minutes, is not wasting time. It means after you've rested your arm, after you've rested your mind in meditation, you will find you'll be able to carry your responsibilities and burdens with far greater ease and much greater efficiency. Remember, at work, it's not how long you spend in front of that computer screen, it's how efficient you spend that time. When people are tired because of stress, it means they're not using their brain efficiently. Rest for a few minutes, and the 5, 10, 15 minutes you spend in meditation are made up afterwards by greater efficiency, where you do 3 hours work in 2, and of high quality. That is why we meditate. Now, how to meditate is very important. The reason I was a bit late, I was giving a talk to some people in the north of London. In Buddhism, too many people call meditation concentration. That is a very inaccurate translation of the term samadhi. If you ask any Pali scholar, they will say that that translation was made a long time ago. It's way past its use by date. And it also gives the wrong impression of what meditation is. Concentration was something I was told to do at school. Concentrate! It was forceful, it was fearful, and it made me more tense. Moreover, that there are some places you can go for a meditation retreat, where if they call it concentration, it becomes very much like a concentration camp. It is very un-Buddhist, and it doesn't give you good results. So for many years now, I've been pushing aside that old translation and using another rendering which is far more accurate to the Pali and the Sanskrit. It's called stillness. So please look at the goal of meditation as stillness. And recently, one of my disciples, she was from mainland China, living in the United States, came with her friend who was a professor of finance at MIT in Massachusetts Institute of Technology. And when I was mentioning that samadhi, what the goal of meditation is about, is called stillness, she was very excited because she had been studying the Chinese Agamas, which is the Chinese version of the Buddhist teachings. And there that word samadhi has been rendered for maybe 1500 to 1800 years, not as concentration, but the two Chinese words, and anyone who knows Chinese will probably laugh at my pronunciation, it's shu and gu, still and mindful, is the words for samadhi in the Pali, in the Chinese Agamas. Never ever means concentration. So those early scholars who translated from the Sanskrit into the Chinese had a very good idea of what meditation was. Stillness and mindfulness. Now once you have the idea in your heads that meditation is all about stillness, you understand what the destination is, the path to that destination becomes much clearer. Because how can you make stillness with effort? All trying disturbs the mind. I will now give the second simile. Desmond, I will need your assistance here. So you can stay where you are, but because you're sitting in the front and you're a reputable man whose words are regarded as truthful, I want you to tell me when this glass of water becomes still, because now my aim is to hold this water perfectly still. Has it stopped moving yet? Okay, so let's try harder. How about now? Okay, I've got to really focus. Come on. Is it still yet?
No.
This is how many people meditate. They try hour after hour, day after day, year after year, try to make the mind still, and they only get frustrated. Fortunately, there is a very easy way to get this glass of water to be perfectly still, which is...
You put it down.
Put it down.
Yes.
Now, you may notice in the front, as soon as I put it down, it actually moves more than usual. In meditation, when you really start to let things go and leave it alone, at first it moves more than it was before. But after a few seconds, Desmond, how is that water now? There we are. Please, a big round of applause for my assistant, Desmond. Just like in the magic show. Now, here is a great simile of meditation. You try and make your mind still, and it becomes impossible to do. You get frustrated, and after a while, many people give up. The trick in meditation, to get still, is to put